Life is a journey, and I like to take the road less traveled. Sometimes the most epic discoveries are in places where you least expect it.
Up to my waist!
I'm TravelingJules, and this is my adventure in Wales. See, when you think of Wales, you might think of castles. There are over 600 castles sprinkled around a country the size of Massachusetts. That's more castles per square mile than anywhere in the world. Maybe you think of the countryside, dotted with charming little villages, the kind you read about in storybooks, with shops that serve up fresh Welsh cakes and other delights. You might even wonder, where is Wales? It's a place that is so often overshadowed by its UK family, England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, which is exactly why Wales could be Britain's best-kept secret. The journey begins at the largest ziplining zone in Europe, Zip World Titan. This historic slate mining area is a unique setting for thrill seekers brave enough to fly over jagged quarries and old mine workings. I take on the challenge, ready to propel myself through the air.
All right, we're just waddling over to the ziplining course. Sauntering, really. We have a seat on our bum.
We give these seats a try on a series of 3 zip lines, Alpha, Beta, and Charlie. This is Europe's first 4-person ziplining course. Alpha is the longest zip line, with plenty of hang time to take in the views.
That was a hoot.
A short walk away, I scan in to signal cameras to record my flight on video. Beta is the fastest zip line, considering a 500-foot drop.
How fast did I go? 70 miles an hour. That's like sticking your head out the car window while you're driving down the highway. Awesome. This is one of the most exotic and unique places to zip line.
The final zip sends me over top old mining workings. What an exhilarating introduction to this land of adventure. Next up, I head over to Surf Snowdonia to hang 10. It's a man-made surf spot and a great place to get your feet wet. The pool is modeled after a reef with a sculpted floor and a plow that pushes the water to create a consistent wave for surfing. I start off with the basics, taking a beginner lesson to learn some skills. Simply standing up on the board is one of the hardest things to do for a first-timer, so I'm gonna give it my all. The shallow end of the lagoon is the best place to start. The waves come right to me every 90 seconds. It's a short paddle to the sweet spot.
Oh my God, it's coming, okay.
Looks like it's gonna be a little harder than I thought, but no worries. The waves keep on coming. It's amazing to get the feel for surfing without wasting all my energy swimming through the ocean.
I got up for like 2 seconds. Hang on for 2 minutes.
With all that coastline here in Wales, you gotta have a solid training spot. Surf's up. Now that I got my feet wet, it's time to take it up a notch. And where else but at the National Whitewater Center, tucked away in Snowdonia National Park. We suit up in wetsuits for warmth and take our boats upstream just a short drive away. We get on the river and we're surrounded by lush greenery, but all I can focus on is the whitewater. It's an exciting stretch that sends us through rapid after rapid. Nothing like a cold splash in the face to get your adrenaline pumping. And it's a rush, all right. The mountain river is controlled by a dam, releasing water on a regular basis, guaranteeing rapids all season long. Our guide steers us back to shore safely before it's time to do it all over again.
One more time.
I'm wowed at all Wales has to offer when it comes to water sports, and the fun's not over yet. The forest is calling my name. Within Snowdonia National Park, I find a mecca for mountain biking. The area Coedy Brennan translates to the King's Wood, and it's home to the first and largest dedicated mountain bike center in the UK. With a full suspension bike beneath me, I set out to explore the extensive single-track network. I pedal along the groomed trails after warming up in the skills area. There are options for all levels of riders, created with mountain bikers in mind. And just like skiing, routes are labeled by color based on your ability.
Crazy!
You can really choose your own adventure. Remind me to save enough energy for the ride back home. With all these amazing adventures behind me, it's hard to imagine what they'll come up with next. It's time to venture off the beaten path, and I mean real far off the path. In fact, I can't even find the path. We're blazing our own trail. All it takes is a pair of old tennies and a wetsuit, and I suddenly feel like a superhero.
Up to my waist and more. It's pretty hardcore.
Ready to conquer anything and everything in my path, I find myself trekking through riverbeds, jumping over boulders, sliding down rocks, and, well, climbing through waterfalls. No biggie, just an average day in Wales. As I travel deeper and deeper into the woods, I leave my comfort zone farther and farther behind. Much like the nation's famous sport of coasteering, gorge walking is a natural fit for adventure seekers visiting Wales. Hey, it's not every day you get to climb up an elephant's bum. Yeah, I said elephant's bum. It's a scramble and a squeeze through this tiny opening.
And then I emerge.
This is, well, a rite of passage.
Everywhere you look, water balls. Amazing.
With each challenge, I'm reminded of just how awesome nature is and what a thrill it is to be alive. In Wales, sure, it's hard to ignore the beautiful countryside and all those sheep, the quaint little villages, and the magnificent castles. But it would be a shame to miss out on all the adventure. While Wales may not be on the radar, I'm sure this playground won't stay secret for long.